Okay, let's get into this. You know how in, well, pretty much any hobby, there's that one thing, maybe that moment, that just feels like a real step up.
Yeah, like your first proper bit of kit.
Exactly. Maybe it was, I don't know, your first serious guitar that just felt right, or that camera lens that suddenly made everything look different.
Uh-huh.
For loads of watch people, that aha moment, that specific watch, is often an Orient Bambino. It's all about starting that journey where, quality and real history somehow meet a price you can actually afford.
And Orient's been brilliant at that for ages, haven't they? Making good watchmaking feel, less intimidating. These new anniversary ones, they build on that by bringing back these design touches that feel really high-end, but without that scary price tag.
Right. And so today we're taking a deep dive into something that really captures that perfectly.
Yeah.
The new Orient Bambino 75th anniversary watches, specifically the classic and the day-night limited editions. Our mission here is to unpack why these watches aren't just, new watches. They're a celebration of Orient's whole history, offering that vintage soul, but with modern appeal.
We're going to explore what makes them kind of a big deal, both for seasoned collectors and maybe people just starting out. And why, for so many, a Bambino isn't just a watch. It's like a story you wear.
We'll be using insights from the piece Orient Bambino's 75th anniversary watches, Vintage Charm Revisited, to really understand what makes them tick.
Sounds good.
So let's dig into why the Bambino is so popular, its enduring appeal. You mentioned it's like a milestone for collectors.
It really is. It hits that sweet spot.
Yeah.
You get heritage design, you get proper in-house watchmaking, and like the source says, you don't have to break the bank.
So how do these new ones fit into that? Are they just a birthday celebration or is there more to it?
Well, it is the 75th anniversary, so that's the peg, obviously. But what's clever is how they've kept that accessibility while adding these very specific vintage cues. It's not random. They're refreshing a super popular line by focusing on those vintage roots everyone loves about the Bambino. It feels very intentional.
Yeah,
Taps
yeah.
into what people want right now, that
Oh,
authenticity.
yeah, you definitely see that authenticity in the design language they share. They both have this real vintage soul, like a direct line back to Orient's earliest watches. What are the key details that jump out at you?
Okay, first off, that case. It's that understated 40.5 millimeter stainless steel case. Pretty classic sizing,
Right.
but it's how it works with the thin lugs, the polished bezel, and especially that signature domed mineral crystal. Exactly. It's a deliberate choice for that retro vibe. Maybe not as tough as Sapphire, sure, but it nails the aesthetic and helps keep the cost down, which is, part of the deal. Yeah.
And the source mentions how well it wears, good proportions, comfortable, slides under a cuff easily, plus 30-meter water resistance.
Oh.
So, okay for rain, maybe washing hands.
Yeah, definitely not for swimming.
Yeah.
Standard dress watch stuff.
Yeah.
But the dial, that's where they start to really differentiate themselves, right?
Yeah.
Because these anniversary ones have this crisp white dial, unlike the usual sunburst finishes.
Sets them apart immediately.
It does. And then you get these little details that just make it, like the original 1950s Orient logo, printed in that sort of delicate cursive script.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. That's a nice touch.
It really is. Small, but meaningful. It connects it to the history without being, over the top. And that adds to the overall warm feel. You've got the pink gold-toned indices, the heat-blued hands.
Yeah.
It creates this timeless, slightly warm look, very mid-century Orient.
And they both have that minutes track with the numbers every 5 minutes.
Yep, another classic detail shared across both.
Okay, so that's the shared DNA, but like you said, the dials are where they really develop their own personalities. Let's get into the classic versus the day-night. The Bambino Classic 75th anniversary, this one seems to go all in on pure vintage, right?
Absolutely. It's very clean. You've got applied Roman numerals, again, in that warm pink gold tone, and then these slender leaf-shaped hands, which are heat-blued. That blue against the white and gold is just a lovely old-school pop of color.
Gives it a refined feel, kind of formal, but the source says never stuffy. Good for every day.
Totally. It works dressed up or down. It's just a simple three-hand layout with the date at 3 o'clock. And the date window is pretty subtle. It doesn't shout, just does its job.
And it's thin, too. 12.3 millimeter. The price is EUR 359.99. Feels like a very complete, simple package.
It is. Then you switch over to the Bambino Day-Night 75th anniversary, and this one definitely adds a bit more flair with that sun and moon display.
Explain that complication a bit.
Sure. So at 5 o'clock, there's a rotating disc that shows a sun or moon to track day versus night over a 24-hour period. And then up at 10 o'clock, you've got a little subdial showing the day of the week.
It's a charming idea. Definitely adds visual interest. Though the source did point out the exposed screws on that subdial maybe take away slightly from the poetic feel.
Yeah, it's a fair point. A minor detail maybe, but noticeable. The asymmetry it creates is cool, though it gives the classic dial a different twist. But it does make the dial feel busier than the classic. With the minutes track and everything else, the source felt it could lean towards visual clutter rather than just charm for some people.
And it's thicker, isn't it?
Oh yeah, noticeably. Nearly 2 millimeters thicker than the classic, around 14.3 millimeters. And the price reflects the extra complexity, EUR 449.99. So you're getting a very different presence on the wrist, more going on visually.
Right. So we've looked at the outside. Let's talk about what's driving them, the movements, and any other practical bits. You flip them over, there's a case back, mineral crystal, right? Not sapphire, despite the sapphire-like description.
Correct. It's mineral, but gives you that clear view like a sapphire caseback would. And inside, you see Orient's own automatic movements, the F6724 in the classic and the F6B24 in the day-night.
And in-house, why is that such a big deal, especially for Orient at this price?
Well, in-house means they design and make the whole movement themselves. It shows real watchmaking skill, gives them control over quality, and frankly, it's impressive for watches that cost as much. These movements are known for being, workhorses. Simple, tough, reliable.
What about the specs?
They run at 21,600 vibrations per hour, which is pretty standard. Gives a reasonably smooth seconds hand sweep. About 30 hours of power reserve so you can leave it off for a weekend. And they have hacking seconds.
Hacking, meaning?
I mean, the second hand stops when you pull the crown out to set the time, lets you set it precisely. It's a feature you don't always get at this price point. The finishing on the movement itself is, well, it's modest, honest, functional. Suits the watch perfectly.
And reinforcing that these are special editions, there's the case back engraving.
Yep, a gold anniversary engraving Orient since 1950, 75th anniversary, plus a unique serial number, limited run too, 9,500 for the classic, 5,500 for the day-night. Which, okay, isn't super rare in the grand scheme, but still marks them out.
And the strap, often an afterthought at this price.
Not here, actually. It's a really nice touch. A retro-style beige no-buck leather. It's soft, got a slight texture. Complements that warm dial really well.
Okay.
But the big news on the strap front, the real practical win, is that these are the first Bambinos ever with an easy change strap system. Little levers on the spring bars.
Oh, that's brilliant. No tools needed, just flick and swap.
Exactly. Suddenly makes the watch way more versatile. Change the look in seconds. Big improvement for daily wear.
Definitely. So tying this all together, the so what factor, how do these fit into the bigger watch picture?
Well, I think they feel refreshingly sincere.
Yeah.
In a world full of limited editions that sometimes feel a bit manufactured for hype, these feel grounded. Even with the limited numbers in the thousands, it feels more about celebrating the history with their fans.
It feels like Orient just doubled down on what made the Bambino great in the first place. That timeless design, the specific vintage touches, the cool complication on the day-night, and still delivering real heritage at a price most people can actually reach.
Yeah, it's not just about specs on a page. It's about, like we said earlier, the story on your wrist. It's an accessible piece of Orient's 75-year history.
Who are these really for, then?
I think they're perfect for people who maybe started their watch journey with an earlier Bambino and want to mark that connection, or just anyone who loves that old-school watchmaking romance, but without any pretension. They're solid, handsome watches with genuine roots.
So, summing up, we've looked at how these Orient Bambino 75th anniversary models, the classic and the day-night, really do manage to connect Orient's history with modern tastes. They offer something tangible, elegant, and importantly, accessible.
Definitely. And in a time when everything seems focused on the newest, the fastest, these watches are a nice reminder of heritage, of thoughtful design. It makes you think, doesn't it? What kind of stories do you actually want to wear? And maybe, what does value truly mean when it comes to something as personal as a watch?